move from US to India, I want to settle in Bangalore because it has got all the automotive companies.
It has everything, ma'am. Only the infrastructure is we are lacking.
Lacking.
Yeah, when it comes to roads, sort of thing. Cool then. Well then, we got the thumbs up here. We'll just go ahead. Hi, good evening, one and all. Welcome to another interesting, interactive, and inquisitive session on Saturday. Today with the interview. Today we have Tulika Niyogi from West Bengal onto our show, who is a multifaceted personality on art, music, culture, and literature. It's an honor and a privilege to know the insightful journey of you being a poetess, ma'am. Yeah, please go ahead, ma'am. Hello.
Sorry.
Yes, ma'am. We are technical.
Sorry, actually, yeah, it got the power just went off.
Okay, so we will start once again, ma'am, from the scratch.
Yes, sorry.
Okay, that's okay. Cool, ma'am. Hi, good evening, one and all. Welcome to another interesting, interactive, and inquisitive session of the interview today. We have Tulika Niyogi from West Bengal onto our show, who is a multifaceted personality in art, music, culture, and literature. It's an honor and privilege to know the insightful journey of you being a poetess, ma'am. Here we welcome you.
Thank you, Laxmanji. I'm so happy to be here.
Thanks a lot, ma'am. It's an honor to us as well. So let me introduce to the audience with a short bio of yours. Well, Tulika Niyogi is a widely published bilingual poet. Her poetry appears in many international anthologies published in India and abroad. She is a member of the Aspiring Writers Society and the Fertile Brains Literature and Poetry Forums. Ms. Niyogi, she is an educationist by profession and has been a keen interest in music and enjoys a deep-rooted passion for nurturing young minds. She has love for theatre, environmental advocacy, and the written word continues to inspire her literary and artistic pursuits. In Monochrome and Color, which is the title of her book, wherein she has brought in 50 poems, which is her first solo collection. So let's see what she has brought in onto the table. She seems to be a diversified personality in cultural art and literature. So let's welcome to have a political insight of Tulika ma'am. Here you go, ma'am.
Thank you, Lakshmanji. It's an honor, really, and first time I am facing a panel, a board, and it's a pleasure for me, and I'm looking forward. Yes.
So nice of you, ma'am, for being onto the show. Well, ma'am, so as to say, how did poetry fall into its place? How did poetry happen to you?
See, basically,
Hello.
Yes, ma'am.
My
Yeah.
iPad has gone down and there is some problem, so I have connected through my mobile. I'm so
Okay.
sorry, Lakshman ji. It's like
Cool,
no,
ma'am.
there is some problem with the iPad. See, it is here.
That's okay,
So,
ma'am. That's okay.
but we
Just hold.
start now. Now I am comfortable. I'll start with my mobile.
Okay,
Yes,
ma'am.
yes,
As I said, like you just go with the first question, like already the introduction part has been done.
yes.
Like we'll go with the first question. Like uh, poetry happens to many people in many situations, incidents, and with certain circumstances. So how did poetry happen to you?
Yes, the poetry actually it happened to me say last 3 2 years 3 4 years back. I was not at all a poetic person. Like I used to write here and there, but I was always a music oriented, and I have a knack towards music and dance and choreography. But Lakshmanji, the main thing was always like I used to concentrate on the lyrics. Whenever I used to listen to some song, since my childhood, I was more attached to the lyrics. And that way, it happened like there was a dull phase in my life, and uh, I was going through lots of anxiety. There was some ups and downs in the family, and I came across a beautiful platform, Aspiring Writers Society, and they enhanced my skill, whatever you say. Like they used to give some prompts, and I started writing 4 5 lines, then 6 lines, then 10 lines, then 40 lines. Then I participated in many forums, and I took off, and I got all the appreciation from. And I want to mention few people's name here to get it like no in black and white. uh, uh, Dr. Rupali Sarkar Gaur, she was my mentor.
Mhm.
And Miss Margaret Blake, she's based at UK, United Kingdom, and she was always a key person to always introduce me to different poetic forms. And Miss Concetta Pipia, she's based at New Jersey. She was the admin, and that how it started.
Cool, ma'am. That's nice to know.
Yeah,
Yeah. See, everybody has a backdrop of their own, like how they emerged or they took over poetry. So
exactly.
that's your part of story, how you turned out to be a poetess or turned out towards poetry.
Yes.
That's yeah. So, ma'am, if at all, if at all we have to say like how poetry has evolved you as a person in the process, what do you want to say?
As like mm, poems for me, this is like no, it is giving me a new shape to my life. And I'm exploring myself, and all the situations,
That's right.
wherever it is like no some bad situations or good situations, highs and lows, I try
Yes.
to take it very sportingly, and
Okay.
I try to write it down. And
Yeah.
I felt like my anxiety, it goes
Goes down.
it's
But
always has not stops. It is
okay.
mild. It is mild, and I can overcome the situation.
Okay.
So that way, I always find poetic forms, or writing poetry, or writing 2 3 lines, whatever it comes to my mind. It gives me so much of freedom of expressions. You know.
Yes, ma'am. Now seems like there's technical glitch for me.
Acha, there is a glitch at your my iPad. I don't know what happened, and I was
Yeah,
yeah.
today. Like, yeah, yeah. So sorry. Like even
No, 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 no. I can see you perfectly fine, and
yeah. So coming to the book, ma'am, like how did you end up with the title of the book, Monochrome and Color? It is very
yeah.
much poetic title. How did the title personify from your point of view?
Yes.
You can show
In
them.
monochrome and color, my 50 poems, actually, monochrome and color, like, no, I always think like it is kind of a dream coming true. And Lakshmanji, whenever you dream either in one color or there are multiple colors, just like cosmos, and there are pinks and violets and blues, and sometimes it is only green or only black and white and something like that. So
Yeah,
I thought that it's my own way of expressing my thoughts into a book, and why not giving this particular name in monochrome and color, my 50 poems.
that
So it just came just like that through my dreams.
yeah, it just happens sometimes. Like we never thought of a title, but something overall we need to give it. It's not that of giving a title to it, like naming a book or a person, like through certain circumstances, through incidents. It just happens that way. It brings an
Exactly.
aura to that whole thing. When
You are
when
right.
when a
You are right.
new baby is born, like there are certain cosmic energies that fall into its place, like in naming a person, naming a baby. So
Exactly.
like everybody will be thinking on the names, and suddenly one name will be
One
find
name,
there,
it just
comes into its place.
yeah, comes
So
into your mind.
that way,
So
like your monochrome and colors.
in
It's,
monochrome and color, I wanted to give a short name, but this is
yeah,
like, my daughter, she said, Mama, why don't you give something according to your dream, like the
according to
dreams
your
you poetical, this thing.
poetical
So I
dreams.
thought this will be ideal for first 50 poems of my life.
Yes, ma'am. That's nice, ma'am. That's a
Ah,
nice way of putting it across. Yes, ma'am.
yes.
Well, ma'am, going
Thank you.
ahead, like
Thank you.
cool, ma'am. Going ahead, like winter is almost gone and spring is rolling in. This is where in one of your poems, this is what you have said. It reminds
Yes.
me of P.B. Shelley's like when winter comes, can spring be far behind? Do you have any resemblance to what P.B. Shelley has said? That a
See,
coincidence.
Ha. Shelley's that poem I used to read during my childhood,
Okay,
and ode to the West Winds, I
let's
think
speak.
it
Yeah,
was, Hannah.
that's
So I was not an English person, but in English subject, it was not my primary subject. I liked this
those
particular
lines.
line when I read it, and I always find my father used to always say, like, see, there may be summer, winter, monsoons, everything comes into your life, like the different phases.
Yeah,
But spring is the time when you feel
when you have that.
absolutely elated. You are in good mood always, and you want to do some creativity in your life, and there are so many dance forms and song forms in Rabindranath Tagore. As you mentioned, like, I am
The
from
spring that brings
this.
the hope,
It has
that
got,
brings
yes,
the creativity, that brings,
creativity,
yeah,
spring.
that
So
brings and nurtures the nature itself.
nature itself. So
Yeah,
my father, when he was in his deathbed, I wrote a poem about my father also. He used to say, like, celebrate your life just like it is
yeah,
spring.
that's
So it
nice.
came. So
Celebrate
I
your life as spring. Yeah,
exactly,
the fine
exactly.
word.
So. Uh,
That's
there may be some bad times, high and lows in your life, but you have to just overcome everything by having that kind of uh,
mindset.
yeah, mindset.
Cool. Ma'am, your
Yes.
poetry almost resembles urban lifestyle. I've seen all the poems, I read all the poems, wherein you bring in the lifestyles, the happenings, the infrastructure of the town or the city, wherever you are, with the different points and different perspectives. So, how do you see poetry emerging in the future, like with the futuristic poets?
That's a very nice question, Lakshmanji. Yeah, you have gone through my poem, and I had written when we visited New York City.
Okay,
We were walking onto this Times Square, and it was full of people, crowded, and so many people and so many footsteps, and I could hear the sounds of different vehicles and people moving, and there may be some ads, some songs, and so many cacophony. But among that cacophony, I could visualize a stable
A certain
mindset of
certitude.
people, attitude of people. Like so many people, they are standing, they are juggling through their mobile or laptop, or talking on phone, or crossing the street. They have got so much of thought processes going into their minds, and I found there is a similarity too. Like people have got their own battles, they have got their own daily errands they have to meet to. But then everyone is going through through the flow of life. It is kind of a constant process. So I found it very important that I should pen down all those things into a uh, at the end of the day, when they go back home, they sit there, they are all human beings with the
With their
opinions.
kindness
Yeah,
and
yeah.
humanity at the same.
Everyone's lifestyle, maybe those are different, but end of the day, we are all human beings. We have got same kind of uh, uh, like
Kindness and compassion to one another.
compassion. Yes,
True.
passion and compassion and everything. So whether urban or it's a village
Dating.
form, people are same.
Same.
We are of blood and sweat.
Ma'am, going ahead, like, so here comes another poem with your another poem, like, who am I? There's
Acha.
almost every poet who has a poem on the same thing, like silence and solitude. And like, if we trace back to this question, like, who am I? Like, it goes back to Ramayana, like, wherein Valmiki has asked Ram, like, who are you? You first check with yourself, like, who exactly are you? You discover yourself and then come back to me. So this is what it goes
So
back.
nice. So nice. So nicely you said. It never came to my mind. There is a
So,
story.
so
Yes.
so
So
here, not only you, like most of the poets, they write about silence, solitude, love, longing, and sun, moon, father, mother. And this is one particular question, like who ask they themselves ask for themselves, like who am I? Either it's like interpretive question, like either they are a poet or a person by themselves. So this is where I'm coming to you. So you just tell me, like, so what are you as a poet or as a person?
see, that's a very nice thing to elaborate. Like I want to elaborate it in a brief
Yeah.
form. Like I never consider myself a poet, but I do express my feelings. I am a human being first. If you have got empathy, if you have got feelings for others, if you have got like no
Hidden
sentiments,
emotions, feelings.
emotions, and you can interact with people, you understand others moods and mood swings, and understand the person who is talking to you, the frame of mind, then I am the person like uh, people can relate to
Relate
me.
to.
Yes. Then poetic form, it comes after that.
Okay.
Once you understand a person, a situation, an atmosphere, a weather, a journey, or a picnic, an outing, or whatever, so then your expression, it comes down onto the paper, and you
See, if
write
you,
it up.
may I put it across like this, like it's an artistic way of expressing yourself on to either it can be a poetry or on the canvas through painting or something. Any
Exactly.
art form, your
Exactly.
expression is the medium. Either it can be on paper, on canvas, or as dance, or any art form.
You
So
said
your
it.
expression is the subtle thing, is the core thing. That is what you need to say.
You said it. Exactly like that. And it's very such a nice question. Really, I sometimes feel, who am I? I am a mother, I am a wife, I am a sister, and I am a colleague, whatever way. But end of the day, I am a human being. I should have the empathy, the feelings towards the other human being. And that way, this world is all about. And we
We are all
born.
interconnected.
Yes,
Yes, ma'am.
that is the thing.
Well, then, just going ahead, ma'am. You have this poem, The Government Delights. Ma'am, India is not only land of languages, but of
Oh,
cultural fusion, which varies as different diversities. So say something about your personal poem about this Indian food, if possible, poetically.
government delights. Lakshmanji, how it happened, like we were in USA and we visited some Mexican shop, you know. So Mexican restaurant. So my son, he took us there and we ordered something. Then we started discovering, my God, these are all so much related to Indian food. Like no, so many similarities. Even it is known as Mexican food or Irish food or some Turkish food. But the thing is, there are similarities and things are more or less same. And it has been
Everything has
given.
changed. The food is the same,
Food is the same. The name has been given different in a
different,
different form.
or
So
else cooked differently.
yes, my little grandson, he said, "Ki, Daddy, this is uh, French fries only, nothing else." But it was given some other name. So
Name.
I really, I sit for, I think, half an hour, and I wrote that poem,
Okay.
matching all the things
Yeah.
related to Indian uh, delicacies.
Cool.
So it happened like that. It was a delight to write that gourmet delight, really.
Yeah, it was inspiring as well as to read such a new poem. Like when
New
it
poem.
comes to, yeah, it comes to cuisine and everything. Like it's like a travelogue incident. Travelogue.
Travelogue.
Topic.
Travelogue. That is the ideal word.
Yeah,
Travelogue. It is
that is what it inspired others. It will inspire others to read. So we need to
exactly.
bring in.
People should
Yeah,
explore. Like I have
yeah,
seen, Lakshmanji, so many people, they go to US, and we met few Indian families, and they were searching for dal chawal,
yeah.
ये ना sabji roti, dal chawal ये सब चाहिए. Then we used to tell them, go to that shop, you sit there, you can correlate that particular dish with your Indian style of this thing. Why don't you discover? Why don't you explore?
So whenever we go to some other places, we need to taste their food. Why is that we are
Yes.
longing for our own food?
Yeah.
So that is how we need
So
to explore the other side of their story, other side of their
keeping them in
culture.
mind, I wrote this poem. That
Yeah,
better you should
that in fact was a
be
wonderful
Roman
poem.
in Rome. Yeah.
Yeah. So
Oh,
that is perfectly said, ma'am.
yes.
Cool, ma'am.
So
Ma'am, going ahead, like in one of your poem, the five elements of life, or the earth, the water, sky, and the
yeah,
space,
yeah. 5 elements.
five
Yeah.
elements. So
Yeah.
how do you differentiate the spirit of life, spirited life, and the poetic spirit?
Yes. That is again a very good question, and that poem is my, like, no, very close to my heart.
Yeah.
5 elements of life, because I did a dance drama, and
Okay.
I solo did that dance drama. It was a story I performed solo. It was my solo dance performance, and it showed all the 5 elements of life. So you see, from sun, that is the fire, we get
Much of energy.
so many, yeah. We get bigger, that power, that strength.
Right,
So
right.
sun it symbolizes that.
Yeah.
Air, it is lighter. If you are light, you can mingle with people. If you are not like constipated, or you are not bound to one particular place, you should be just like very light-hearted. No, then it is just like air, you
Yeah.
know and earth,
It's like a free spirited
free
person.
spirit. free spirit. You should accept each and every one. All five fingers are not same. So air is like that. So it can flow anywhere, and it can soothe you. It can sometimes it brushes you like that. And earth, it's how much of patience and how much of vigor in it. Like, no, if you see, look into the earth, it is just like mother earth, what we say.
Yeah.
It bears everything. So we learn so many things from that. Then water. Water, again, it is a free flowing thing. It takes the shape of all the containers it is putting into that particular container. And then last is sky. Sky is infinite. So
Mhm.
after performing your duties here on earth, you are free. You are like, no, they say, like, no, our body, it is lifted to the sky, the ultimate goal of life. Goal in the sense, it is the truth of life.
Right.
So we
The beauty lies in the truth of life.
yes. So we mingle with these five
Five
things,
elements of
five
course.
elements of life.
That's a nice way of putting it across, and that was very much in sync with your poem. Very well said. Very well
So
said.
nicely you have chosen. I like, no, Lakshmanji, I must appreciate you. And all these poems are so like important for me, and
Okay.
you have chosen all these poems with, like, no,
Okay. But
really.
I think like I'm clear on this note that it's not with your idea that I have chosen these questions. Like I have chosen it randomly, and
Yeah.
I framed these
Yes.
questions.
No,
I
no.
believe.
I'm very lucky to come across these poems again.
See, once you read anybody's poem, anything that connects to you, you can sense it like the other person might have an emotional touch to it.
Exactly.
So not you can feel that not all the poems will have that emotional touch or a feeling towards the other person. So we can sense that. So I believe
Yes.
like I have that acumen in that field.
No, see, whenever, like, I have heard from many people, those who have read my books, these particular poems, it has created some kind of impact into their minds, like five elements, then who am I? uh, it's whenever I sit, whenever I'm upset, like, no, sit in front of the mirror, I always look at myself. It happens with everyone. When
Yes,
you are not in a good frame of mind, you find yourself in a very like absurd position, and you don't enjoy your being. Then you try to come out of that, and you try to uh, dress up nicely, go out, meet people, participate in some good. This is that energy, that enthusiasm. It brings so much of positivity into your life.
cool.
So
That's nice too. Ma'am, going ahead, like in this poem, you said like your poem, Portrait of Life, Love, sorry, Portrait of
portrait of
Love
love. Hmm.
is colorful in the sense like it has very much colorful. Okay, it has very much sheen and color to it. And if you have to paint a portrait of love, if you want to paint a portrait of love, how would you do that? And what colors would you bring in to the canvas of creativity? Because
Uh,
I'll come up once you have come up with your answer. I have something to say about that. Yeah, that's right.
Okay. Love, Lakshman ji, I always think love is kind of a thing. It is very mild, very soft, and very intimate kind of a thing. So, portrait of love, if I want to put it on a canvas, I think I'll paint it with pink or red. Red is a fierce, it
Yes,
is a very fierce love.
yours in a bold color.
Yes, and if it is a very,
Subtle.
it is full of passion and compassion and understanding. It is a constant, very mature love. Then I might put violet or lilac. These are the the hues I want to put, and uh, pink, violet, red, and some shades of orange and
But
yellow.
thing is, like, we can't give a perfect form or
Perfect. Yes,
norm
that
to
is
it.
very true.
See, when it
That is
comes to
true.
wordings, you can give in certain wordings and say, like, you can create a form. But when it comes to painting, it will end up in an abstract form. I believe so.
Abstract form, because
So
sometimes I feel like black is also, it can be visualized as a color of love. You can,
black, black, it
yes,
encompasses all colors.
all colors,
It has
because
taken off all the colors. Okay, so black is a magnetic color. Okay, for
magnetic
me,
color,
black is very much a magnetic color. It absorbs all the colors.
all the
It has all
colors.
the colors in it. So for
Yes,
me, that's a bold and a very much a fierce color.
fierce color. So
In one of
sometimes people do ask me, like, black, how can you say that? I said, no, black is also, somebody
it
asked me.
depends upon one's interpretation of one's knowledge, like what exactly black is, or else any color, how their interpretation is towards that,
Interpretation.
about that particular thing. Well, ma'am, like coming to your, the concept was like poetry and painting. Here, this Sir Leonardo da Vinci, who said something like that. Poetry is felt rather than seen. Painting is poetry that is seen rather than felt. And poetry is painting that is felt rather than seen.
Wow.
So that's the Leonardo da Vinci way of saying it, of course, like what poetry is and what painting is all about. And what we see is what we may not felt. What we
Exactly.
have felt is not what we have seen. So that's the juxtaposition between poetry and painting. So this is what the similarity or the contrast between painting and poetry. This is
Poetry.
what I wanted to extract from you. This is what I wanted to say at the final faggot.
Beautiful, beautiful. And by the way, I want to just tell you, this painting, it's
Yeah.
done by me.
Oh,
This
that's
is
nice.
my art. This is
Yeah.
my art. And I do little bit. I'm not a
Yeah.
very
You're
efficient.
multifaceted, man. You're
No, no,
multifaceted.
no.
That's
This is like, no, see, it has got mostly the yellow and red and little shades of pink and magenta.
cool. Here, I would like to bring in a quote of Oscar Wilde. He says, like, any painter who does any painting, he sees himself in that painting. So here, whatever you have painted, you see yourself there.
Exactly. You said it. You said it. This, like, no, I felt myself, say, 30 years back, I was like
Okay.
this. And these are my present situation. I am witnessing the
That's good.
perfect blend of nature here. And this is my hand. These are my hands. I am
Okay.
accepting everything from the sun.
Everything.
From the
Yes.
sun. So
Yeah.
that way, I thought this will be
Yeah.
particularly, this will be perfect for my book.
You're showcasing your presence in your existence. I think.
Existence.
Huh?
Existence.
That's a nice way of saying
So
it.
nicely you have said. So nicely you have
This
said.
is showcasing your presence in your existence. Yes, you
Existence.
can underline this
This
line.
is, yeah, yeah. This is a very nice line. I will remember this.
Cool.
My presence
They just
in the
that
existence.
existence. Yeah.
Really. Very
Cool,
nicely
man.
put.
Just going ahead, ma'am. Well done. In this poem, you said, like, to be alive. You have some awesome lines. Every day it's ordinary, and to be alive and witness the same, it's simply extraordinary. For me, it has a striking effect on me, because every day it's an ordinary, and to be alive and witness the same, it's simply extraordinary. You use the word juxtaposition very well placed. At the same time, you're saying, like, simply extraordinary. Okay, that way I like your way of phrasing it. So you can just philosophize, throw some light onto your philosophy of life and living.
Yes. Uh, Basically, I am a very, everyone for that matter, I always consider human being, they are peace loving people. Nobody goes into chaos uh, on their own. unless there is some kind of like no turmoil or something is going on. People, they try to remain peaceful. So every day, like Lakshmanji, I tell you, once I get up in the morning, I sit with my coffee or tea, and I sit on my swing outside and I watch the old people. They are gathered there in the park in front of our flat, and they have got so much of energy since mornings 5 o'clock onwards. They are there, they are trying to, like, they have got so many problems at their
Burden.
ends, but they try to remain happy in a group, and they do their yogas, their exercises, and everything. And I always feel like end of the day, in the evening, from morning to evening, we always crave for these things. We did not get these things, did not happen. I did not get this, but that thing. I could not do this
But
particular
on the
thing.
other end, like
Yeah,
some people, they are struggling for the basic needs.
basic needs.
That is what.
We always feel ourselves like no, we are like no, we are not getting the getting enough from life,
Yeah.
and we are devoid of so many things, so many,
True.
and there is no satisfaction at the end of the day. So once you get up in the morning, you feel that you are alive. That is the most important thing. And you see these old people, they are trying to stay happy in a group and try
In
to
a content manner.
it really, it's such an extraordinary thing for me. I always feel these money and all other things, the materialistic
All
thing we are craving
add-ons.
for, that is there. You always, it has to be there. But the thing is, you have to frame your mind to have a peaceful life, a content life,
Content
no?
being.
So that is very, very extraordinary for
Very,
me.
that's very much needed. That's the need of the hour.
Need of that. Need
Yeah,
of that.
that's not very well said. Very well said. And very well
Thank
lost.
you. Thank you so much.
Very
It's
well.
really, I wanted to say this particular poem also, like, no, whenever I sit out, I try to write down,
Hmm.
seeing the daily course of normal neighbors and human beings.
Cool, ma'am.
How
That's
they
nice. Ma'am, well, going ahead, like there's a beautiful poem of yours titled as Touch, which in fact is very much layered with senses and sensibilities. Will you please elaborate it, ma'am? Touch.
Yes, touch. It's yes. I see, but this poem I wrote thinking about a person, a little girl I met on the road. When I was driving on the road, she was blind. And she came, and she was guided by her brother or somebody. She came near my window and she was begging. So, but she had that smile. She
Yeah.
had that smile, and she came to me, and she was singing some
So,
song. So I was on the red light, and she came near my window, and she was trying to touch me. So she tapped on the window. So I bring it down. And I asked, "How old are you?" She was talking to me. And then I said, she said, "Aap mera gana sunoge? Do you want to listen to my song?" I said, "If I wish I would have some more time to this thing."
and
Then I touched her. She was keeping her hands like this. I touched her like this.
okay.
And you won't believe, Lakshmanji, that smile broadened up, and she was so happy. Then I gave a 10 rupees note, and she was so happy, and she was asking her brother that गाना तो पूरा सुना देते फिर पैसे लेना. So I heard that saying, and it really
Moved it.
instigate me to write this particular poem. The touch. There are
Touch.
so many forms of touch. a new
Yeah.
baby coming out of
That's
mother's
the reason I
womb.
said like it's a very much a layered poem with your senses of sensibility.
Yes, that particular thing when she wanted to touch my hand because I had given, and she was asking her brother,
True.
how much
In
money, मैं
the
पूरा
same
गाना.
context, I don't know whether you know this or not. Like John Keats has said a very beautiful line. He says like, "Touch as a memory."
You are very correct.
No, he has not framed a sentence or a big line or some some sonnets or something. Just gave two three words. Touch as a memory. So now when you have brought in that poem, you have memory over there. So
That memory, it really played. And that girl, she did not have eyes and she did not see me, but I had that face forever in my mind because she touched my hand and she said, thank you, मेरा गाना तो पूरा सुन लेते, फिर
yeah.
पैसे देते. She took the money, I gave the money.
Here, what is that we are talking about is that the touch as in like, see, when I brought in Keats into context here, touch as a memory, it might vary from person to person. Like, why is that you remember a touch, a feeling, a emotion, an idea, a thought from a different perspective? It all reflects from your consciousness.
Consciousness.
So that girl is a reflective consciousness through your poetry. So that's how you came across with that touch and you brought it out into your poetry. That matters a
You,
lot.
that matters a lot. Really. Very
So,
correct.
yeah.
Very
So
absolutely correct.
cool.
Absolutely correct.
So going ahead, ma'am, coming to the fag end of the our session, like
Yes.
we'll come to the final question here. Yeah, in one of your poems, you said like family is where life begins and love never ends. A beautiful caption based on shoal of dolphins as a family. Do we bring in the poetic tribe as a family, man?
Yeah.
Do we see like ourselves as a family, as a poetic tribe
See,
among our poets?
that's a very good question. And this is my last poem, A Memorable Cruise.
Yeah,
And like, no, we learn so many things after seeing a group of, like, no, cow with its calves and dog with his puppies.
yes,
And we witnessed this particular scene, a shoal of yes, dolphins, and they were so jubilant, and they were swimming along with our ship and on our sides, and they were least bothered. We were screaming, we were shouting, and we were so excited and jubilant, but they were like, no, taking part in our happiness.
happiness.
And they were
Yeah,
all together, that big group of like, no, their families, they were swimming along with the ship. They were least bothered about how we are reacting.
yeah,
And I always felt their their life is always nice when you have got your family.
yeah,
A person is maybe the family stays away and he's all alone in a room, but if you have got, like, no, them in your thoughts, your family members or somebody, some very good friend who is very concerned about you, you feel like you can win the world. So
true.
that is very, very important to have
Um,
anyone, like maybe parents are not there, your sister, your siblings are not there, but you have got a very close friend whom you can express your agonies, your sadness, your
true.
happiness, your you can share with. So you become so confident that you can win the world.
True.
So
Yeah, in
family.
this context, like if you have brought in all those dolphins, like if I have to share this line, birds of the same feather flock together.
Flock
That's
together.
just saying. So if at all
Yes.
I had to bring in another form of the same kind, I have brought in this line for you, ma'am.
Very nice.
Fishes
Very,
of the same fin swim together. Fishes of the same fin swim together.
yes. So nice.
It's apt in terms of birds and they flock together.
Exactly. So nice. No,
Hence,
so nice. It is
together.
so
Okay.
apt. So apt.
So that's a nice way of putting it in a poetic way. So
Poetic way.
this see the way you brought in spring and winter. So you got P.B. Shelley's words. You might have thought of it in your subconscious mind, wherein like in your thought process you brought in that spring and winter. So some people they it's not that of imitation of certain style of somebody's like over a period of time whenever you keep on reading poetry and we keep on churning out different lines together that they keep on coming in, so that's how the poetic journey happens and evolves. This is what I feel. So on the conclusion note, what do you want to say about poetry and your journey, man, and about
Uh, I want to get enriched more and more, Lakshmanji, in company of you all good people and people of fertile brains, and whatever way I can connect with the different poets of the world. And it's a very joyful journey for me,
true
because I have never experienced this much of happiness. When I there was a very sad time in my life, I overcame that incident because of this
poetry?
poetic
Poetry is
journey.
therapeutic. Poetry is very
Yes,
much therapeutic.
and in contact with the different people, they gave me so much of inspiration and encouragement, and I bloomed, and I grew, and this growth I owe to all of you, the excellent people around me. And I always manifested one thing, Lakshmanji, that this is truly I'm saying here today on this platform, that if you manifest a thing, no, you want to do something, it is bound to happen to you. It is bound to happen. And I manifested this way, that I should be coming in contact with good people. Learning is a constant process,
Yes.
and definitely I'll my life will be more like no rich, and I'll gain so many things. It will enhance my
I wish everything happens for you, ma'am. Like
yes.
may your things manifest in a very much magical way. May you turn out to be one of the prominent poetry figures in the future. May
Thank
God
you.
bless you.
Thank you.
All our wishes.
Thank you so much, Lakshmanji, for such a informal and nice interview. This is my first interview, and I'm so happy, and I'll cherish this throughout my life. Thank you
Cool.
so much for
We are happy.
lovely, lovely
Thanks
interaction.
for coming on
Thank
to
you.
our show.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Rasana ji,